We making it. And of all things, we got a safety meeting that we're about to do too. Still just a good mist falling right now. Let's get this done. A slot packing in there in them tracks.
Alright, brother. We're going to talk about how to handle emergency situations. Pretty much I can sit here and read this whole page. It takes about 15 minutes to go through all this stuff. I'm gonna hit the high points. What we're going to talk about is why is response important. What we mean by that is getting somebody out here real quick. First thing I want you to know is you know, we call when you know when to call 911. The best way to explain it, if you see something, you hear something, you smell something that's unusual, most time it's an emergency situation and it gets help out here. So what I mean by that, you smell something, you smell a chemical, you smell fire, smell smoke, anything like that. Hear anything, hear like tires screeching up there on the highway, need to go check it out, could be a wreck. You hear, you know, loud bang, boom, crushing, stuff like that. You don't even know where y'all are hardly, but you're going to have to give somebody directions how to get here. My rule of thumb on that, if you can get a volunteer fireman on this job site, he can get everybody here. Because they all know this area. You know,
explain something for people right quick, because I've got a video distinctly about this, because his dad had a massive heart attack on us, and I've had to deal with that multiple times on 911. A lot of people says don't worry about it. Your phone will tell them where you're at. It's still no good though, right? You've got to, because they're dealing with a physical address, and when you can't give them a physical address, even though they've got a ping where your phone is, they're still lost.
That ping is going to get them in the general area.
Right.
Another thing, like I was telling you, when you call 911, its main thing is you need to know how to, like I said, give them directions out here. If you can get somebody, a volunteer out here, he knows where everything is. All right, on the second hand of that, when you do give directions, if it's East Street or West Street, that's very important. Because we had a call the other day at Tupelo. They called us out on Troy Street. When we go to Troy Street, the address, nobody knows what's going on. That was actually East Troy. So just that, leaving the east off, we got a Troy Street and East Troy because they added on. But just that little bit of information right there slowed us down. Luckily, it wasn't nothing bad, but you know, it threw us off. Also, when you do call 911, they're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions and stuff. They're going to be like a detective. They're trying to figure out what's going on. So, to give you a prime example, y'all down here and you're cutting everything and you say, hey, I got a guy in a cutter, he's trapped. That's all the information you give them. Also, the line gets cut off or whatever, and that's what they come out here. Well, if you're cutting around power lines like that, it could be that he got trapped in there because the power lines are on the cutter. All right, well, you left that vital information out, so now we got to wait on the power company to come out here. It could take him another hour to get out here, so you're still waiting on somebody to get out here. He could be hurt inside or anything like that. So when you give 911 information, give them everything. Give them all the resources that you may need to get the guy help.
Because you're a fireman, right?
Right, yeah. I'm a first responder, so you know that's.
So you deal with this stuff.
I deal with this stuff, you know.
see what Chad just did. He took some of that brush from up here off of Kevin, where he just went down a little bit right there a while ago with that last drag he was grabbing. And so he spread it right there where it'd give him a mat to run on top of. Come on up out of there this time. And it's steadily mist and rain the whole time. That's what that haze is that y'all see out there away from me. I think what we're kind of contemplating doing right now is loading these trucks one more round. And we've got a hill over here, top of a hill that we're trying to save right now. And I think we're just going to load one more round of trucks, and then we're going to go in. My dad's coming up now in one of our trucks. I'm going to load him. Save this entrance, this road here too, there also.
Yeah, ain't no doubt, yeah. That's
see, this is a road. After this video, this part gets over with, toward the end of this video, I've had a lot of people asking about putting limbs and stuff in the road and running on it, and I'm going to explain some things about that, the reasons being on that. One thing, this is actually, you can't tell it on the camera right here because the camera don't show 3D.
I don't know what the hell is.
But that's a pretty steep little hill that we're coming up in right there. So I got to put this camera down and help Dad here right quick.
Eric, you may want to work your way on across. Go ahead and park, get in those, or I'll run up more trees and make sure we got enough to load all these five. Chad just he's just getting a little bit right here in front of me trying to finish today, but come on and go ahead and get
all right, hold it right there.
4 trucks while we're trying to finish up. We're probably fixing to have to.
Boy, that's getting bad now. The truck won't even stay in the road, so I'm fixing to grab him here and try to set him into the road there. Let me lean the camera back just a little bit here where y'all can see a little bit better.
I've been falling up in that climb. It's a big hill. I don't know how the hell we're going to climb, get up top of it. It's going to fly up for straight up.
Let's pick him up. I don't want him to move. I just want to slide him is all I want to do.
I found one place you think Chad can get up.
Alright, I can load you right there, Dad. Alright, let me get his ticket here for him. I hold it right there. Dad doesn't take off before I could even grab a hold of him to help him. Let's see if I can try and push him at the same time. He's actually pulling away from me right there. Nope. Whoop, don't roll back. I can do this, but you have to be very gentle on that bolster to get away with it. Luckily, our bolsters, the way we've got these trunders built, they're supported really good with that kicker right there. And I can push on them with that heel right there.
Yeah, they got a western star, I've seen.
Got Derek pulling with the bulldozer now. When we pulling those trucks with the bulldozer, we just use a very short cable. It's only about 10 foot long. It's got an eye on both ends, a braided eye on both ends. We have a place in Columbus here that will braid those cables for us, and let's see, I'm going to go up here and push him. One day if I ever get up there or have one made, I'll take the camera in there. They'll let me film in there, them braiding one up. It's actually pretty cool. Good, he was able to pull out by himself. I didn't have to push on him none. Very good. Got 3 more trucks to load, and then we're gonna call our quits. Push that one out, boys.
Got it. Get that one unloaded.
Let's see if we can get old Frank out right here right quick. Alright, let's go, Frank. Give her a big shove. Get him on track. Well, he's going too fast for the track. No, I'm still pushing. Come on. Yeah. Where you going? Come on, man. Push, baby. It's kind of like being constipated there a little bit and to try to work on it to get it out. Let's go to the house. Yeah, it's tough when it's like this right here. We're calling it quits. It's like 12:30 right now, Wednesday. We're gonna go on in before we mess this road up anymore. We can't tear the county road up. We got to make sure we save it and the entrance of this road here because we've got a lot more wood. We're gonna cut all those green tops back there. It's 100 something more acres back there that we're gonna cut, and it's all got to come out right through here. Oh, and it's like this ain't a whole lot you can do. I got some stuff from Milwaukee, 2 good sized boxes here. This is the 6.5 inch little skill saw, M18 skill saw. I'm a tape measure freak too, so the stud, there we go. You can't have too many tape measures, kind of like guns, you need them everywhere, you know what I mean? Because you never know when you're gonna need ones. And a lot of people probably don't know that Milwaukee makes a lot of cool, very cool hand tools like wrenches and all kinds of stuff like that. They 70-piece impact bit set. This is the M18 heat gun. This is a little N12 compressor. This thing's a little beast right here. Y'all know I've got the mid-torque impact. So this one right here has got 1,400 foot-pounds of torque.
And it's not as big as I thought it was actually going to be. Milwaukee Tools has got it going on, and they've got a lot more stuff that they're working on, coming out with. They're almost constantly coming out with something new. The question some people suggested and everything like that on a logging road, wanting to know if it would help or not putting some limbs down. And some of y'all have seen Bobby Goodson do that on some of his stuff, where he's put some down, obviously, because been several people mention that in my videos too. We have done that before. Every situation is different, and logging every situation is very, very different. And so when I say that, like the dirt that I have here at my house, you go just a few miles down the road or a mile down the road, it's a completely different dirt. And that's the way it is in the woods. And on a hill, people ask about putting brush down and putting mats down, like wooden mats down. We've had some jobs. We had one job years ago. We used over 100 of those 2-inch thick oak mats that are like, I think they're 16 foot long and about 10 feet wide or something like that. Very heavy. You have to handle them with a machine and all that, but mats work well and if you're on flat ground. But the thing about mats is once you get a little bit mud up on them, like as you're tracking on them and stuff like that, they turn into basically like being on ice. And so if you're on any kind of hill or curve like that, they're very, very tricky, very, very difficult to fool with. And like I said, on a hill, you just about can't use them on a hill because you'll spin off of them so fast on a hill. It's crazy. Putting brush down, we just, in that situation where we're at right now, we've done brush before, but it's come back to haunt us. We've had a lot of stuff. We did this on one job. We put brush down and the truck's running on it. It's not very good. We actually messed up several airlines and stuff like that as the truck went down and kind of started mashing into some of that brush, and the brush started kicking up. It started knocking airlines off, and we've cut airbags, we've sliced tires. Y'all let me know about the intro. You know, I use a couple different intros. I've had people get on me about wanting me to have an intro, and then I have people then when I use the intro that don't like it. Give me your thoughts on that so I kind of know which direction to go. Would you just rather just dive right into the video? You know, kind of that sort of thing. And then I've got another question coming up that I'm going to ask here in a future video that I need some help with, some input on, and be looking. I've got a Husqvarna giveaway. I'm going to give away some Husqvarna stuff here coming up too. So with all that being said, y'all please subscribe to me if you're not subscribed. All the clickable stuff's right down below. It's free to subscribe. If you want to check out my website, it's right down below. My Amazon affiliate link that has all of this stuff like this right here in it is down below. Oh, the WeBoost. Today's video, which was November the 14th, that video is 7 minutes and 2 seconds long. We're sitting there with no cell phone service on the WeBoost. I filmed the day's video, which was the 14th. Y'all be watching this on 15th. Filmed it, edited it, put it together in my loader, and uploaded it from my loader over the WeBoost. It took 28 minutes, which was very good for not having any. If I unplug the WeBoost, I have no signal or anything. We're gonna catch y'all later. We'll see y'all later, taters.